Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen, live on Neeves Knives. How's everybody doing? My lovely wife, Kara, I'm not sure if she's going to join us tonight. I don't think so, but you know how that goes. What's up, Jeff, Fiend, Robert, Brad? How's everybody doing? Neeves Knives is part of a well-balanced diet. Facts. Yes, that's absolutely true. You definitely need to get your daily dose of Neeves Knives in order to stay healthy. Especially, you know, the way everything's going these days and age. So I got some knives I want to talk about. One, I wasn't going to because I got the video uploading tomorrow. And you guys know I hate talking about a knife that you guys haven't seen the video on yet, because then you guys don't fucking watch it. So, but I think we're gonna still talk about it because I'm so pumped about it. But I guess I'll leave all the things, the reasons why I'm loving it so much out, and you guys can just watch the video for that tomorrow. But I do got some new purchases here. I did wind up getting a Hogue Deca for a couple reasons. One, Original Goat might have some scales coming for the Hogue Deca. I've yet to have seen companies do any Hogue Deca scales. So once I heard of that, got to get one. So I got the Magnacut version because I think they're gonna have scales for like the version 1 and 2. But I think at first, the first drop is only going to be version 2. And version 2 is the one without the screws in the center. So just these three in the back. And yeah, this is the Magnacut version. I would have preferred the 20 CV version, but I could only find, I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest, because I tested the Magnacut, and even though it was a little bit it's on the softer side, it's not, I don't think it's going to do any worse than their 20 CV, to be honest. I think it's, you're going to obviously get some extra toughness out of it, but the edge came out really good. Obviously, like I said, in my steel testing video of Hogue's Magnacut, that I thought they were running it soft. Supposedly they're going to start running it harder. I don't know how true that is. I don't know when that'll start. I don't know how many models are out in the atmosphere right now and until they're gone, but it's a lightweight knife anyways. To me, I would never beat on this. I know these things are tough. People compare them like to the Bug Out, and the Bug Out is a pretty tough little knife. But of all knives I have, this would not be the knife I would, I'd pick to abuse. So it's only a slicer for me anyways, and if I'm going to be tough on it, it's going to be like tough cutting, picking, maybe things like that, maybe like tiny bits of light duty prying, but nothing crazy. Hey, shout out to Blades and Fades. He just got the Magnacut version and love it. And mine didn't seem soft when I sharpened it. It's not so much, like, you can feel it a little bit during sharpening. I noticed because it's weird, because like I don't know if you've sharpened any really hard Magnacut. That's when you can tell the difference. Like me just sharpening this, I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference if that was the only Magnacut I had sharpened. But after sharpening like my 64.5 HRC Magnacut, or even the Spydercos, right around 63, you can tell the difference. And I can tell how the edge comes up, how it deburrs, right? The way the burr comes off, how clean it comes off, how the apex, just all those little variables. And it's not saying that that's going to be an end all be all or absolutely tell you something that's a fact. It's not. That just gives you an indicator, an idea of, okay, well, now you got to go to the next test and see how that does. So, and also how steels strap back, the higher the HRC, the better they strap back. In many cases, maybe not for all steels, but for many steels. I was watching a video about, or who was it? It was Triple B. It was the other day I was watching it, but it was from like last year, the year before, something like that. But he was it was about, I think it was Magnacut, M390, and a bunch of other steels. But what it wound up showing, check this out. What it wound up showing was, and I've talked about this a lot, so you guys should know that the lower the angle you sharpen your edge to, the more edge retention. Edge geometry plays a huge part in your edge retention. Huge. So through the tests that they were showing, I'm not going to quote the test verbatim, but you would be surprised the difference between, say, a 20-degree edge bevel and a 14-degree edge bevel. Like, you had a steel that was softer, right, compared to a harder steel, and was out cutting it based on blade or edge geometry. Now, if you place blade geometry in there as well, like really good blade geometry, really good edge geometry, and a good heat treat, now you're going to get the highest potential of what that steel is going to be able to do. But yeah, it was surprising to me seeing the numbers, like the actual numbers through the tests of how dramatic it was between, and not like obviously if you go to like a ridiculously high angle, yeah, you're going to have and he had a chart. He had a chart so that he can change. I think it was Laren who built this, who made this. And made it to where you could change the HRC, you can change the angle, you can change this, that, blah, blah, and it'll tell you the results. It was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys seen that video, but definitely, I guess I think it would be called, oh, I remember exactly what it's called. If you guys want to watch it yourself, it was called, Edge Geometry Matters. I think that's what it was called. Blades and Phase. Shout out to Blades and Phase. Definitely go and follow his channel. Awesome content. I haven't sharpened any of Brian's Magnacut. I'm happy with it for sure, though. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not. Listen, like with my test, me saying that it's ran a little bit soft. It's 100. This was like $130. $130 USA made. I'm not mad at it. I'm happy with it. I don't think anybody that has this knife should be like just pissed off, because granted, it's not the hardest Magnacut. However, it's not ran bad. Like, I had some Magnacut that felt actually bad. Like, it didn't feel good at all. This stuff, it felt fine. Like, sharpened up just fine. Deburred just fine. The edge retention did pretty well. Obviously, if it was harder, the edge retention would have went way up. But I didn't feel like that they did a horrible job on it. And like I said, they have already addressed that they're going to raise it. So, and in that case, many people might want to just hold off and wait, but if you're wanting to get the scales, that's what I'm wanting to do. Hey, Steve, what's up, brother? With the 5 bones, edge geometry is the only thing that you can control when it comes to edge retention. Facts. And most guys still can't sharpen. Moan for me harder. Hashtag moan for me harder. Yeah, absolutely, Steve. Yeah, that is the only thing that you can control at home. And, obviously, depending on what you're doing, depending on what your, day, happens in your day with what you're cutting and the shit that you do with your knife, is going to play a part in what edge geometry you're going to want. Obviously, if you're lowering your angle back really far and you're getting chips and microchips, you might have to raise a little bit, or maybe possibly use a convex edge or a micro bevel. But personally, for me, I like the nice low angles. Not always, but I try to get as low of an angle as I can get while still having good edge stability for the steel that I'm using for the knife and the application I'm going to use it for. And most of the things I'm cutting are going to be the same things anyways. It's not like, I can have some knives that are I'm going to use a little bit harder than others, but for the most part, the things I'm cutting 90% of is going to be, plastic and cardboard and, straps and things like that. Fabric, shit like that. Lots of fucking cardboard though, man. Jeremiah Moses with the 5 bones. What's up, brother? I got me a Buzz from Devo Knives. That's an awesome knife. He did a good job on that. And a Mokatai backspacer on pre-order. Can't wait until I get them for real, though. Thanks for being awesome, man. Thank you. I appreciate the donation, Jeremiah. Dalton combat cutlery has some crazy knuckle knives. Okay, so I'm going to show you the new knife that I got. It's Italian made. Where is it? Oh, so it's an Italian made knife, and man, I'm really liking it, guys. I'm really liking it. But before I talk about it, another one from the same company, the Giant Mouse Corta, I think it is what it's called. This one was another one. It impressed me. Like, this was, I got it from the Going Gear EDC box that they send me, and very impressive with this one. Stupid good action. M390 steel, I believe. Yeah, M390 steel. It's a small knife, but pretty comfortable. They do a great job with their micarta. Now, this one I seen, and I had to pick it up. It is the Jutland. I had to get the Jutland, man. It's a good looking clip point blade. Now, I'm not the biggest fan for clip points for EDC purposes. However, this is still going to get you by just fine. Obviously, this wouldn't be my number one choice if I had to do utility cuts all day, but for basic EDC shit, this will do great. And if you're an outdoorsman of any kind, this would be phenomenal. But LMAX steel, and yes, I go into it tomorrow in tomorrow's video. When you see the video on it, I go into Italy's heat treats, so you guys can watch that tomorrow. I go into it pretty hard. But yeah, man, this thing's good. They did a damn good job on it. I don't know what companies they're using now. I know it's made in Italy, so it's not made in China. It's made in Italy. But I don't know who's doing their work now, but it's completely different than the way the Giant Mouses used to be. Even from, you know, my Ace Grand, it has a completely different feel. The detent, the action, the everything. You know, so I like Giant Mouse knives. I think, you know, as long as they're done well, because I've had some lemons. I've had my issues. So I've had good and bad experiences with them. So, and that goes for the heat treats too. Is there a trick to BD1N on not having to strop every other day? No, BD1N, it's, you know, it's a simple steel. So you're gonna, well, it depends on what you're cutting, right? Depends on what you're cutting. If you're having to strop a little bit too often, then you might want to lower your angle. It sounds like you have too high of an angle. That's one thing. If you're not experiencing any sort of microchipping or anything like that, lower back the angle a little bit. That'll give you a little bit better edge retention. And maybe don't, like, maybe try a 600 grit medium grit edge. So it'll hold the bite probably a little bit longer for BD1N. I haven't, like, I've sharpened and, you know, had some in, but I've never like tested BD1N, so I'm not the guy to really speak on it, you know, to the point to where like I could tell you like what edge goes best on it or anything. But I think if you lower back the angle, give it a good medium grit edge, make sure you're deburring really good. That's the most important thing, man. The way you deburr is so important. It's so vital to how your edge is going to come out and whether or not you're going to get microchipping, rolling, all those things. It's your deburring process, how well you reveal the apex underneath the burr and clean the burr off. Because like say if you have too big of a burr, right, and you rip it off, well, now you might take a little bit of microscopic steel off the apex when you do that because it was too big. Or say if you didn't get it all and you left a little bit on there, now when you start using it, you know, when that piece of the burr that wasn't removed, that you didn't cleanly remove, comes off, it might take a little bit with it. Now you got some microchipping. So but having a nice clean apex at the end of your sharpening is so important. And when you learn that, when you really get good at sharpening, you realize how important your finish is. When you finish from the stone, your last burr to going to the strap and finishing right there, how important that small bit of the process is. Plus the looks while you're making utility cuts. One of my faves is the Tucson TS 327D2 Olive Micarta. I beat it up and it works great. The only thing I don't like is caged bearings. You don't like caged bearings, huh? Oh man, another one, guys. I'm gonna make you guys wait for this one, but man, I got such a disappointing knife. It's such shit. It's such shit. But it's a washer knife. You guys can watch that tomorrow. Dog shit, man. I'm gonna return it. It's fucking dog shit. But I thought it was gonna be good. It's a good looking knife. Damn good looking knife. But yeah. Swedish knife, by the way, from Sweden. You can advertise in other people's chats. You can advertise here. I don't give a shit. If it's something stupid though, one of the moderators will probably take it down. But if you're just shouting out your channel or anything like that or whatever, go ahead. I don't care. Okay, it's roughly 17 or somewhere close. Go down to 15. Yeah, I don't know the blade geometry, so that's going to be a big factor of what type of angle you're going to want to put on it. But try 15. 15 is a great angle on a lot of knives. Obviously, if it's stupid thick behind the edge, then your edge bevel is going to be really big. But if you have mediocre thinness behind the edge, 15 degrees will be awesome on it. If I can get that Manix 2 sprint run, it'll be my first Spyderco since my Tenacious I had like 10 years ago. Hell yeah. You talking about that 15V? Man, I love the fucking Manix. One of my all-time favorite knives, most recommended knife by far, it is the Manix XL or regular one. And I gotta say, man, those of you that like large knives, you don't even have to like, I mean, I guess it is an XL, but if you just like large knives, man, I'm telling you, this is such a good knife. It's beefy, it's big, it's comfortable in the hand. Yeah, the edges are a little bit squared, but technically you could fix that yourself. I would love to modify this and like straighten all this out, kind of like how some people do the skinny mods on the PM2s. But regardless, just the way it is, fucking awesome. It slices really good. Look at this low angle. Look at that low angle. Now that's a low angle. 15 degrees per side on there. Yeah, you do see a couple little microchips right there. That I was hitting some metal. But if it'll fucking focus. Beautiful edge though. It came out and it's still ridiculously sharp, even though it literally has chips in it from steel. Well, that didn't go too good. Let's see if we can do that again. Let's see if we can cut at least a little bit, right? Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty clean for... It's obviously catching when you get to the middle where those chips are, but yeah, it's not. But this top part is stupid sharp right there. It held a really good edge. But yeah, when you hit steel, you're gonna get some chipping. Just got my first knife from Damn Designs. Picked up the Hades with titanium and 154 cm. Really impressed with the build quality and action, especially for the money. Yeah, Damn Designs, they got some pretty good shit. Pretty good quality. So how bad does microchipping affect performance if it's micro? Big time. So what it is this is how you can tell. So if you're ever wondering if you have a microchip on your edge, use your nail, because even more so than what you can see, you can take a jeweler's loop and in many cases not even see what you can feel with your nail. So you take your nail and you just run it right up the edge, just like this, and you'll feel it. I say every time when you're done sharpening, obviously if you're like a super professional, you might not need to do that because you already know. But if you're not to that level yet, when you're done sharpening and you're wanting to know if your apex is nice and clean and there's no burrs, there's nothing wrong with your apex, you should take your nail and slide it across the apex, because what's going to happen is you will feel, if it doesn't feel like wet glass, then you have something wrong with your apex. It should be smooth, slick as glass, just whoosh. But like right now, when I do this, it's slick as glass, and right there, I feel chips. And they're very subtle. But what happens? What happens is that's going to, it's going just going to chip more and more and more and more. So it's going to be a microscopic chip that's going to turn into a bigger chip and a bigger chip. And right there, now you don't have an edge. You don't have a perfect apex. So when it's going through abrasive material, it's already broken down. So it's going to be much easier to go dull and, you know, basically lose everything you want in your edge faster. Maybe you want, and it's good around 17 to 15 degrees with a 600 grit edge, and it works great. Yeah, that I think 600 grit, it's such a safe grit to go to for most steels. When you're ever in doubt, 600 grit, I think, is the best way to go. But I will say this, there's a couple steels that I don't agree with that on. CPM 154, I say go low with that shit, really low. You want that stuff coarse, because it's so fine grained. It's like, it's 600 grit. It's almost like a 1200 grit on other steels. So that's why I say like 300 grit is going to be similar to like a 600 grit on other steels. And another one is AEBL. AEBL is kind of like that too. AEBL, you really want a low angle on though. I love my Asher Pickett from their seconds. Such a great knife. Nice. Hey, John, what's up, brother? I'm impressed with the Brass Civivi Mini Ass to Kiss. You gotta have them asses to kiss. Love your angles for different steels video. My favorite discussion. Nice. Hell yeah. Thank you. You know what, man? What's up, Top Bot? Um, I was so like kind of upset, man, because I honestly thought if you guys knew how many, and I mean literally thousands of comments asking me to do that video, and I did it, and it got some of the worst views that I've gotten from any video in a long time. Like, it was like my view ratio, my CTR was down like 34% or something from that video. It was crazy. And I'm thinking like, man, what did I do wrong? Did I post it at the wrong time? Like, what did I do? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna blame it on you guys for not hitting the like button when you were watching it though. Fiddlehead said, okay, I just answered my own question. Cool. About the adverts. Got it. My Manix XL has a sideways play no matter how hard I tighten the pivot. Side to side, mine's pretty solid. Mine right now has a little bit, but I can tighten it. So one thing I know you can do if it's bothering you, which remember with the way this lock is, it's not sacrificing any of the lock strength. Unlike like say a liner lock or a frame lock, where side to side play is the difference between it locking up good and possibly failing. Could be, right? Can. With a ball lock, side to side is not going to do anything. It's not going to fail. It's not going to have it can't, right? It's not the way it works. But if it bothers you, what you can do is you can get some new washers, because your washers might be just like ground down to the point to where they're past, because it has a pivot bushing. So I bet your pivot bushing is probably fine, and your screws and everything are probably fine. It might be just the washers in between, so maybe get some new washers. I bet you that'd fix it. Hey guys, I just got accepted as a Blue Creek Knives ambassador. Check out their stock. It is a first responder owned and operated company. Awesome people. Use the code Rich Kastner for 10% off. There you guys go. Oh yeah. Rich Kastner's got a 10% discount code for Blue Creek Knives. Hell yeah. And here's Lefty. What's up, brother? Lefty EDC in the house. I'm probably backed up. I'm going to catch up here in 1 second, guys. Yo, thanks to everyone who has pre-ordered a Buzz so far. We really appreciate it. Almost there. So there you guys go. Shout out to Lefty EDC, and don't forget his pre-order on the Buzz is up. So if you're wanting to get one of those, it is really good, guys. And if you're questioning, go watch my first impressions, or I guess I kind of did like doesn't matter, an overview, but it's really good. Yeah, he's knocking it out of the park with those designs. He's doing a really good job. So I honestly, I think that his pickiness is benefiting him so much in knife design because, so you almost can't go wrong with one of his designs. I use a digital microscope. I use it for coins, errors, and cards. Okay, I got one back here too. I got one right here. I got this one that I use. It works pretty good, and I can hook it up to my monitor where I can really see it really good. But a lot of times I just use the jeweler's loop because it's faster. But that thing works great though. That gets you in like 1,000 times magnification. Oh, unholy. I made a Neeves live. That seems like it never happens anymore. How is everyone? How are you, Thrasher? Thank you for joining, man. Yeah, there's been a few people I haven't seen around lately, but I know sometimes it's that time of the year. It's a Pair 3 lightweight and BD1N. I only have Arkansas stones, so I can't afford diamonds anytime soon. Okay, so Hexer, you can afford diamond plates. You absolutely can. If you can afford an Arkansas, you can afford diamonds. You can get diamond plates for just a couple dollars. You're just not going to be able to get the great ones. But the ones you can afford are going to be exactly what you need. Like, okay, put it this way. I have that Triway, right? All diamond plates. 3 diamond plates, Triway, $50. Let's say that's too much. Let's say your budget's $10. You can get a diamond plate. It's just going to be a thin one. So what you do is you take another stone or a 2x4 or some sort of surface, maybe even another plate of some sort, and just stick it to it. A lot of them come with sticky sides where you can just peel it off and stick it. There are so many different kinds. There's even I got a I think it's called a bifold or something, but it's like for outdoors and stuff. It was like $15. It's double-sided. But yeah, I would recommend getting just a cheap one of those thin plates. I mean, they have so many different ones. You can get sets for like $20. They're just cheap. That's the thing. The diamonds are going to wear off fast. But for the price, you'll be able to do 20 good sharpenings off of it at least. Thanks, Kyle. Yeah, definitely go and follow Thrasher's Garage. Blades and Phase says, I love my Manix XL. Got it from NEEVESKNIVES. Hell yeah. No, dude, it's one of the best knives. Hands down, in my opinion. I think that you guys were a little crazy saying that the Shaman was going to win that, but I'll give it to you guys. It's a close one. The Shaman is really, really good. So you guys in that poll, you guys picked the Shaman over the XL, but I honestly thought the XL was going to win because most of the comments were all for the XL, but the actual poll itself, the silent majority, wound up taking, making the Shaman win. But I still think it's a really close one. And if you noticed, a lot of people that did pick the Shaman, like it was tight. Like they were like, ah. And some people picked it just because they haven't tried the Manix XL or the Manix period. It didn't have to necessarily be the XL. Microtech worth it? Like, is the fit and finish up to task for hard UCDC? It depends on what kind. So the SOCOM, fuck yeah. The SOCOM, this is hard use all the way around. It's badassery all the way around, but you're not going to be able to find one of these. So probably what you're asking is for the OTFs. I would say it's going to be one of the tougher OTFs for the money, like because to get tougher, you're probably going to have to spend a little bit more money. There is this other one though. I just recently did a video on it. If you're wanting an OTF, it's called the Tech. I got it over here. The Tecto Humvee. It is USA assembled, but not the parts are from they're locally and overseas sourced. You know what that means. But it is made in Portland, Maine. But this is a pretty tough OTF. Like, there's not a lot of rattle and tap. It's super solid, nice clean brake. They have different versions. I haven't tried any of the other versions. Full aluminum body. It's a pretty solid one. But yes, the Microtechs are going to be better. But this is about $200, and it's D2. So the one benefit you will get with the Microtechs is you're going to get better steel, better heat treat, better all that good stuff. Well, I can't confirm heat treat, but I would imagine. Thoughts on 4V? You must not have seen my video. So we fucking found one, Jacob Vermetti. I just did a video. Make sure you go watch it. I did all the steels, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. But as far as edges go, I did a whole video, a whole compilation of all the steels and the types of edges I think that go best on those steels. But 4V, I love 4V. I think 4V is an amazing steel. It takes an incredibly sharp edge. I think it holds the bite of the edge you put on there. I think it does really good with the polished edge, even with a medium grit edge. I think it does good with either one, but I really like putting a polished edge on it. It just, man, that bite that it comes out with is so nasty sharp. If you don't watch Neeves lives, do you really know how to live life? Facts. They don't. No, absolutely not. Ever get past microchipping with later sharpenings? Yes. So a lot of times microchipping is because you're okay. So you can watch videos of this, like where companies are sharpening their knives, like they're showing you a video, right? I think this is hilarious. I was watching one the other day, and the company is showing a video of them sharpening their knives at the factory, and there's fucking sparks just bzzz. I'm like, what the fuck is going on over there? They're literally just burning the shit out of the edge. And that's a lot of factories. I'm not even going to tell you what factory it was because it doesn't matter. That's a lot of factories that do that. And I'm not going to call out the one. But anyways, yeah, when you get burnt edges like that, where they're just fucking roasting the edges, yeah, you got to sharpen that stuff off after, and that will absolutely lead to microchipping. Absolutely. Like I've had edges where like all it was doing was microchipping, and it took like 4 times for me to sharpen it out, but then I could feel it. I could literally feel it when I got into the good steel. Like it was like when you're like say if I'm using a fixed angle system right now, it doesn't matter if I'm sharpening like this or fixed angle, whatever. When you're sharpening, it'll be like almost like you're pushing the steel like this. Then all of a sudden you'll feel it just go and it'll like it's not now it's like you're cutting it. And it's literally like the difference between like say a saw blade. Picture yourself holding a saw blade and trying to cut a block of putty. Then all of a sudden you hit a piece of wood, right? You're going to feel it, and then you're going to feel it actually cutting the wood. That's the way it feels. Lefty says, thanks all. Yeah, being picky helps, but also makes it tough. Yeah, I can imagine. Blessing and a curse. No idea what I'm talking about. How many knives you guys buy in the last year? I'm scared to even say. It's a lot for me. I have a channel though, so I don't really count. I don't think I should be in this vote because the amount of knives I bought is absurd. You can get the cheap diamond plates from Harbor Freight. They aren't great, but they do work. Right, exactly. And like $10 a piece or something like that. Sitting in a bar in nowhere in town with 100 people and it having a beer, watching the Huskers. Can't wait to get home tomorrow to check out the Blades. All right. I didn't want to waste money, but I'll take your word. There you go. Kaiser is dropping a different version of the Escort Hopefully it'll be less expensive. Yeah, I got I should have that coming soon. I got some giveaway stuff on the way for you guys too. Um don't forget for the Bang Gang Live, the next Bang Gang Live, we're going to do a giveaway on there. Sorry, Richard Kastner was posting Instagram specials and was not looking. I've bought around 30 this year, Aaron says. Not too bad. That's it's pretty good. 30? Not too bad. Super Still Steve with another 5 bones. Home Depot, butterfly style DMT. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The butterfly style. What did I call it? The Triway or something? Or I don't know. Home Depot butterfly style DMT coarse and fine stones, $20. 2 high quality diamond stones for $20, right? And even though, like, obviously, like, if you buy like a big plate from like a really good company, DMT or Atoma or something like that, yeah, they're gonna last longer, but you're gonna still get the same effect from the budget one. So you're paying a tenth of the price. So you can get yourself some good diamond plates. And there's really affordable. If you're not doing like, high wear resistant steels, you can, like if you're doing BD1N, and just some mid-grade to budget steels, you can get an aluminum oxide stone. And there's some very aggressive aluminum oxide stones that'll cut steel quick, fast and hard. Fast and hard. I haven't tried either the Manix or the Shaman, but I like the look of the Manix better. Yeah, I personally like the Manix a little bit better, but I love them both. I fucking love them both. This blade, I mean, it's the same blade shape on both of them. It just works so good for EDC. In my opinion, it is probably the best everyday carry blade shape. I mean, even if you were looking towards like self-defense, this is still a good blade shape. If you want to do utility cuts, it's great. Push cuts, even like reverse cuts to cut straps and stuff, it works pretty good. So I think it's just such a versatile blade shape. And when Spyderco, I guess you could say they invented the blade shape, I don't know, made the blade shape, whatever you want to call it, they really thought about it, and they picked that blade shape for a reason. And I get lucky they got in on it, because now, like, a Spyderco when you see it. And any other company that tries to use that blade shape, it kind of looks like they're stealing. For ideas on steels and what edges to put on them, follow his video. Thank you, Kyle. Yes, there is a link to the video for what edges on what steel. So whatever steel you can think of, I think I hit pretty much every steel on that list. It's kind of a long video, but I hit every steel. And if you don't want to watch the whole video, look down in the description. I time-stamped every, how much work I put in that video? I'm going to tell you guys. I'm not trying to go in on you guys or anything. I spent 4 days making that video. 4 fucking days. Just one day editing. Like, if you look down in the description, I time-stamped every single every steel. And that, it was a lot of work. It doesn't seem like it, because it seems like you're just sitting there, just talking to the camera, but it was a lot more than that. Chuck bought about 35 knives this year. Spanky's at 9. What brand does the best job with their factory edges? I have 2 petrified fish that are crazy sharp out of the box. So I think there's a difference there. So, like, it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about edge angle and sharpness, Spyderco all day. Spyderco is one of the few companies that run their angles at 15 degrees per side on a lot of their knives. So when you're talking about edge angle and I would say even almost edge quality. Now, I'm not saying their bevels are even. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not even saying their grinds are even, because they're not. But just edge quality, they do a pretty good job. I would say, I'm not saying that I haven't had some bad ones, but of all knives, Spyderco has had the best reputation for a factory edge from my experience. Um, Most companies run high angles on their edges, which by default takes away the edge retention. You know, when you're running 30 degrees per side, 60 inclusive, fucking, you know, it's crazy. So you don't wind up getting good edge retention. So yeah, I would say probably there's other companies that do a good job too. I'm not taking away from other companies, but I think Spyderco does a pretty good job. Not, like I said, their bevels are very wonky though. Just got me Nago Higakami Higan. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Higano Kami #6 traditional handmade Japanese filler or filer up to 4 this year. Nice. I don't know what that is. Damn, I'm late getting on. Going camping this weekend, so I was sharpening up my camp knives. Well, that's a good excuse, and I know you thought that was gonna get you out of some shit, but it's not. But that was a good one though. Sharpening your knives. I bet you were. But yeah, have fun, man. That's awesome. Wish I was going camping. I need to go camping. The Higanakami is a great little folder. Fucking sounds like I need to know about it. I can't even think of it. Always carried an old case trapper knife or something similar. Just found this knife community and all the awesome knives. What knife do you recommend in the $200 range? Really want a thumb hole. Spyderco Mannix. I'd go Spyderco Mannix. If you want a big one, go with the XL. If you watch my video from earlier today, I posted a video earlier today. I have a link. Just go right to the video. You don't even have to watch it. Just go down in the description and scroll down and go to Spyderco Mannix. You'll see all the different versions. You'll see the lightweights, the G10 ones, this one. And then there's lots of aftermarket parts you can buy too. I didn't put it in the video, but you know, after you purchase a knife. Did something happen to Outpost 76? He moved. So it's one thing. I know I've been wanting to get him on, but you know, he was in a move doing that, and you know, I don't think anything like bad happened, at least not that I know of. So I hope not. And maybe I'm late on knowing anything, but as far as I know, he was going through moving and all that stuff. So, you know, that can be tough. Moving processes can take a while sometimes. I think my next knife purchase is going to be the Kaiser Drop Air. That's a badass knife. That one, they knocked it out of the park with that one. They did. The brass one does form a good patina. BD1N and S45 was my first 2 non-Walmart crap knives, brother. Spyderco Pair 2 and Spyderco Pair 3 lightweight. Nice. Yeah, the Spyderco's, I mean, that's a good brand to go with. Spyderco does a damn good job. And so let's talk about the bug out really quick. I want to kind of roast the bug out. So the price went up again, right? Come on. So the price went up again. It's sad because it's not worth it. Like, looking at all the other knife companies USA made, right? From Hogues to other Benchmades, the Benchmade Griptilian, right? Look at the Benchmade Griptilian. You can get the Benchmade Griptilian for like $120 something right now on Blade HQ. But they want almost $160 for the base version of this. That doesn't make sense. And maybe because it's more popular, but it's almost a slap in the face. And I do think that at some point we're gonna have to, you know, band together and start saying some shit and getting these companies, because I know prices are going up across the board with everything. I get that, but just don't think that they had to raise the price on this. I don't think I I honestly don't think that with the money they spend on making these, that they had to raise the price to make sure they were continuing to make profit. I don't think that that's the way it was. But I think that They just did. And, you know, they know that's one of their best selling models. So they raised the price. You know, I understand inflation. I get it. And I understand raising the money a little bit. But that's a big jump. 100, almost, man, 150 something dollars for a bug out. Yeah, Joe, damn man. Like I said, the Hogue Deca, this is like 130 bucks. You know, why wouldn't somebody just buy that instead? And you get better steel, 20 CV or Magnacut. The bug out's going to be S30V. I mean, it's arguable, like, you know, debatable on which steel you'd prefer, but I'm just saying though, like, it's not like you're getting a loss. Neves, do you have any experience with the Wii Shakan? Not yet. Not yet. I got the Wii Sakshi right here though. Come on. This one's pretty affordable. 20 CV titanium liner lock for like 160 bucks. Yeah, something like 150 something dollars or something. Good knife though. This one is a pretty damn good one. I like this one. I think, honestly, I think Ferrum Forge did design it. No, I've never been told that. I'm just saying it looks like a Ferrum Forge design. Did you do 1095 on the video watched last night? Oh no, I didn't do 1095. I did not. No. I did miss some steals because it's tough getting them all, man. There's a lot. There's so many steals. I'm sure I missed, like, there's a ton of steals I technically missed. I tried to go through most of the ones we see in our folders. I want the stovepipe, but don't want to pay 600, or the lowest I saw was 400. I know. It's, yeah, the price is up there on those. Now, I will say though, I really do like Spyderco's titanium frame locks. I really, really do. That one didn't speak to me, so I haven't even tried the stovepipe. Kara fucking wants it. She's been trying to get me to get it for her, but I'm not gonna. Fuck, it's just expensive. But I do like the Spyderco Chef, the Spyderco Slish Buoy, those knives. I think that they're awesome knives. So I think they do a good job with the titanium frame locks. Anyone get lucky enough to pick up a mini FSD today? No, did not. But I might have if I seen it. I didn't see it though. Jared, can we address the F? Is Spyderco going to stop with the zero plunge? Oh, so, well, this is the thing with the Spyderco, they do it okay. And the reason why is, let me grab one. So let me grab my PM2 or pair 3. Fuck it. So with their plunge grinds, it's not a problem because they don't do a tapering plunge grind. So the biggest issue with plunge grinds is the tapering of the plunge grind. So if we look at this, you'll see it goes from the thickest point, which is right here, the thickest point, and it drops straight down to the edge. So it doesn't taper. It doesn't start here and then slowly transition over to here. It just goes bloop straight down to the grind. So you can sharpen all the way up to there. And obviously, if it gives you some issues, you can, notch out a little notch there, but you don't need to. You can sharpen all the way up to there. Now, yes, you have to be a little bit more careful not to chip your stones if you're using aluminum oxide and stuff. But use diamonds and you'll be just fine. If you use diamond plates, especially. Now with the Neeves, they typically don't chip, but you smack them hard enough, they can get little tiny chips in them. But I don't think they do a bad job because of that reason. I have 5 Spydercos that I love. I agree with Kyle though with the zero plunge grind. Well, they do it that way on purpose. One, obviously for the finger choil, so you can get up nice and tight to the edge. And when you're using it, you don't never hit nothing. So I can take. I don't have a box here. If picture me cutting something, right? I'm never gonna snag my choil. I'm always going to go right into a cut. So you can do repeat cuts over and over and over and over without catching your choil. That's one benefit. The other thing, when you're sharpening, you just start right at the plunge and sharpen away. So when you're coming back, you just go all the way to the plunge and hit, basically. You can hit the plunge. Now on another knife, like let me find something. All these got good plunge grinds. Here we go. Like on this, it has a tapering plunge grind. So the plunge grind slowly transitions to the edge. So now you can see where I hit it too. So since, you know, on the tactile rock wall, it tapers, it makes it to where you can hit it. And technically you could snag it too a little bit, but with a Spyderco, you're never going to snag it. And you can sharpen all the way to the plunge and hit it without creating a smile. Can you pre-order the 15V Mannix? No, so you have to get on an email list from what I know. That's what I did. I got on an email list. You can get the pair of 3 in Maximet for about $200. Yep. That's the one I was just showing, actually. Bang. I almost got a bug out, but went with my Para 2 and S45. Probably a better choice. I love the look of the bug out. I think the bug out is an awesome knife. I do like the bug out. Mine's got a lot of rock now, though. So, but I like the knife though. I think it's a good knife. It's solid. It's held up. I put it through hell, so it's a good knife, but it's just not worth the money at this point. Dukes of Hazzard with the 5 bones. Thank you, man. I got my Mannix 2 and love it. The G10 handles are super grippy. Thanks for the suggestion. Awesome, man. Hell yeah. No, they are very grippy. If, you know, whether you like it or not, excuse me, there is a lot of aftermarket scales for it too if you want to switch them. And they're not as hard as people think to swap out. They're really not. I know it seems like it, but it's not. It's really not. You can watch if you watch Metal Complex's video on it, he breaks it down so easily for you to do. It's very easy to swap your scales on them. Got to get them bones. Stop buying overpriced shit. Boom. Problem solved. Yeah, I don't like the FRN either. That's why I have my Carta. I originally switched it to G10, and then somebody bought me the micarta scales because they're awesome. James says, I have 2 Spydercos, the Roadie, and the most expensive in my collection, the Spyderco Yo Jumbo. Nice. If no one buys them at that price, they'll drop it or stop making them. Facts. If people buy them, they just do it again. Facts. Then that's how it's going to go. And the same thing with you guys. And I'm saying you guys, even though I have one, I might have one, but I'm going to blame it on you guys for the whole Strider thing. These fuckers, it's like they have no reason to get better, even though like it's kind of crap. It really is, man. This was $600. $600. This thing is like, I think it was around $500-600. I forget exactly, but it was right around there. It's so crap. Like there's play. If I take the play out, then I can't even open and close it. Like I have to 2-hand it. There's lock stick. It's rough. It's not good at all. And yeah, it's like a 2016 model. And I have held some really good ones, but you know, the best ones I've held, and this is a fact, the best ones I've held were all Marfione customs. They weren't even done by Strider. They were done by Tony Marfione. And they were all the customs. Yeah, Strider. I know, I'm saying the best ones that I ever tried were from Marfione Customs. Because he's done some of the Striders. Like where is, you know, a collab. It's Kara in the background, if you guys don't know. My lovely wife, Kara, in the background. Oh man, thank you, Muscat. I appreciate it. That's not a bench. Am I the only one that's not a Benchmade fan? No, there's a lot of people that are not Benchmade fans. I think a lot of people have moved over to Hogue because of the prices of Benchmade. The Sakshi is fire. Yes. They did that's a great budget knife. If you are limited with money and you need a good knife and you want something that has good action and good everything, fit and finish everything, the wheat or the Sun Cut Sakshi is a really good one. $44. I feel like everyone should link their channel so it's easier to find them to make their subscriber counts go up. They do. Most I'm not sure if anybody can just throw links in here, but the moderators do all the time. Thank you, Todd. Yes, hit the damn like button, and I appreciate it if you do. It helps me out in the algorithm. It's my number one way to for people to see my channel is whether or not you guys hit the like button. So thank you guys ahead of time for hitting the like button because I know you guys are gonna. You guys are awesome. Oh, okay. Well, like I said, I'm sharpening my kip knives. So what kind of edge for the 1095, man? 1095 does good with a fine edge. It's a super tough steel. So you're going to be camping with it. So with wood does really good with a fine edge. It's not, like a toothy edge is going to do good on like abrasive materials like cardboard, rope, things like that. A fine edge is going to do really. Think about this. Think about like a chisel, right? When you see the people sharpening their chisels, they try to get that chisel, as polished as possible or as fine as possible, so that it, because the apex is what bites into the wood. Now, I don't know exactly what you're going to be doing camping, like if you're going to be fishing and breaking down food and things like that, but I would say a 1200 grit edge with a low angle. That's what I would do. Now, if you're going to be really chopping, then I wouldn't do such a low angle. I'd do 20 degrees per side, 20 degrees per side at like 1,000 grit. If you're not going to be doing a lot of hard chopping or shit like that, then I'd lower it down a little bit more and then raise the grit up probably a little bit more. So, but it does depend on exactly what you're doing. Because like when I think of camping, my brain goes in different places, right? Like a lot of times people are camping, they're not really chopping wood. They're more so, cutting, doing food prep and things like that. They might cut up a little bit of kindling, but they're not fucking chopping woods like with wood with an axe, right? Like with their knife. So, but some people do. So it just depends on exactly what you're doing. But I would say 20 degrees per side if you're going to be hard on it. About 1,000 grit if you're not going to be so hard on it. It's mostly for sharpness and bite and all that good stuff. I'd lower it down to between 15 and 17 degrees per side at 1,200 grit or higher. 1095 does good with a fine edge. Now the problem is though, is sometimes it will get slick, and that usually has to do with your edge angle. So, oh, Brandon right there. I like a fine edge on my 1095. I never really thought 1095 held an edge. No, it doesn't. It doesn't hold an edge for very long though. I'm not the greatest when it comes to sharpening either though. Yeah, it's not going to hold its edge for very long. It's not that type of steel. It's more of a tougher steel, so it's going to be better for impact. Chopping and things like that. But, it'll still hold an edge. So, and if you have the ability to strop and maintain it while you're out there, you'll be able to maintain it for as long as you need it out there. If you're going to be out there for three or 4 days, you'll be just fine, especially if you're maintaining it. I think you're right that Sakshi is nearly identical to the Fair and Forge Stinger, a knife we OEM for Fair and Forge. Right. But also, though, and I'm not saying this is true or not, right? I don't know, but I think those guys do other designs that we might not know about, like they're bought maybe. Like a lot of guys can do that. Like You could go to a knife designer and have them design you a knife and pay them for the design, but that's it. Like, I'm just paying you to design it on paper. Like, it's not your design. I just need you to design me a knife. But I don't know if that's true. But you know, it looks like it. Caressing the like button can lead to happy endings. So you might want to caress that like button. Good things might happen. I remember when I got my first Spyderco and I literally cut my finger off on the dominant hand, and I'm a lefty, so I'd be fucked. That sucks. Oh man. Hey, seems logical. What's up, brother? I have a first production mini Griptilian 556. Is it going to be worth more money now that they're discontinuing the Griptilian line? Are they really discontinuing it though? I don't know if that's true. Are they discontinuing it? I don't think so. No, they're not discontinuing the Griptilian, are they? I just put that in that video earlier. They can't be doing that. Oh, it popped right up. Holy shit. Damn it. That's not good news. Hold on a second. Trying to discontinue. Maybe just a specific one. I know they were I don't know. I'm not going to go into it right now, but I know they discontinue like little, like certain versions, like say the Tonto version with the serrations, right? But you could order from the custom shop, but I don't know. Jared, I agree about Spyderco doing it well. I just hate getting stones that close because I'm afraid I'm going to chip them. That is the thing, you know, with certain stones. They're definitely not the best just because you're gonna chip it. That's the thing. It's not whether or not you're gonna. If it's aluminum oxide, especially certain aluminum oxides, or what is it, India stones, things like that, you're gonna chip them with a Spyderco, you know. Especially if you're fast, like you can avoid it, but you got to be very patient and take your time. But if you sharpen pretty fast, which I like to do, I would chip the shit out of them. But that's why I love diamond plates, man. Diamond plates, you don't have to worry about that. And then with the Venives, you don't have to worry about it as bad. Like it's like 90% tougher than an aluminum oxide, but it can a little bit. Will B says swapping the scales on my PM2 was the first time I'd taken a knife apart, and it was so simple to do. Now I disassemble most of my knives I get within a week of receiving them. Yeah, I think some knives, you know, I don't even worry about taking apart. Like if they come really good, I don't even fuck with them. But many times I've gotten a knife in, and me just taking it apart, giving it a little cleaning, oiling it up, change the knife completely. You want to come in? All right. And here is my lovely wife, Kara, coming to join us. Here, just set these down.
I was confused as you said.
Wait till you guys see what's in these boxes. Go ahead, set it over there. All right.
Hello. No, I was confused when you said Marfione custom because did he do Striders?
He does his Microtech. It's Tony Marfione, but he does do custom knives, and they like collab where he took Strider's design and he made it in a custom. So there's a few of them, yeah. And I've tried 3 of them, and they were all so badass, like really good. But they're fucking over $1,000. So they better be, right? And the ones that are like the typical ones, the SMF, the SNG, 90% of the ones I've tried have been rough. Like I've tried like maybe one that was good, was okay, but most of them have been rough. Like where you can't fathom the price. Like it's like, this is how much money? Like what the fuck, man? Like I can get a Spyderco PM2 for like half the price, and it's like 10 times better.
I was really disappointed with that. With that Strider. No, I was like so sad. Okay, because I bought this for Jared for last Christmas because it was the last USA like out of that trifecta.
Yeah, I didn't have. Yeah,
that he didn't have.
So I wanted one. I wanted one.
I'm happy I have it. like that you have that.
I do
the
too.
trifecta.
I'm happy too.
But it's basically a wall knife because
I don't use it. I don't carry it.
Who wants to carry that and be like, lock bar?
It's
Did
really
you get the lock bar carbonized?
Yeah, I did, but it's
you did, and it's still that bad.
Yeah, it's still sticky.
Are you sure?
It comes back and forth. Like right now, it's stuck. But
are you sure it like really got carbonized?
Yeah,
like I don't.
Fucking Richie B did it. Yeah, he hooked it up. No, it's 100 times better than it was. Like before, when I would open it, I couldn't unlock it. I would have to put something in there and snap it. Now I can unlock it every time. It's only a hint of lock stick now. Like it's not bad at all.
Okay, listen.
10 times better. Yes.
Kyle,
I
get 1 yell per live that doesn't require me to come in. I get 1 comment from the background, right? At least 1.
What?
Look, he said, stop yelling from the other room. Oh, you just turned your monitor off. Oh, that scared me. I thought you turned the whole live off.
Whoops.
He said, stop yelling from the other room. Get your ass in here and join us. Yeah. Well, I get 1. I get 1 yell.
Get down to Carco.
Oh, we got a ding ding. Ding ding.
Click it.
Oh, sorry.
Carco, thank you for the 10 bones. Yo, you guys' shirts are the softest ever. Damn right they are.
Which one did you
get? Micarta worst scale material. Yeah, I love Micarta. What?
I was just wondering which shirt he got. That one skull one is super soft. The USA made one.
Yeah, those USA made ones are really good.
Yeah.
I like those ones.
I was really surprised they were USA made, but I was like super happy. Like probably about like maybe like 70% of the items in our store
are USA
made.
Yeah, which is good.
Because I order everything just as a sample to see how they are, like the sizings and stuff like that. And literally, they weren't bad.
Have you ever reviewed throwing knives? No, but I will. Because totally I used to get into throwing knives. Like I had a throwing knife board, and I was like balls deep in throwing knives for a little while. I got really good at it actually, but it's been a while since I've done it. I mean, I did some axe throwing the other week, but besides that though, like I haven't done knife throwing.
You did axe throwing the other week?
Yeah.
With your cousin or something?
Yeah.
Nice.
At that race when we went to the Chicago races.
Oh, yeah. I did axe throwing recently too. And it was actually super, super fun. Like they have places now, I guess.
I didn't miss one.
You didn't miss one? Not like one. Bullseye or just the board?
Fucking bullseyes.
No,
but I didn't miss the wood. Like I didn't land every single one of them. That's what I was talking about.
When I went, everyone was like, this was like a work thing. We went axe throwing and everyone was like expecting something out of me literally because I carry a knife, which I think is hilarious because it has nothing to do with axe throwing. Right. But like
you must be good at axe throwing. You carry a pocket.
But I like built it up. I'm like, oh yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, I really better hit this. I took the first one and just insta bullseyed it. Yeah. Everyone was like, ah. But then I did all right though for the rest of it.
Yeah, I did really
I mean,
good.
I'm used to I didn't have a lot of like off the board like misses, but like I think I only got 1 or 2 more bullseyes or close to it or something. Wait, did you get this other ding ding?
Good folders between $400 and $600.
Thanks for the 2 bones.
Thank you for the 2 crackers.
Oh yeah, crackers.
Between $400 and $600. Man, you got a long list of knives, but if you specifically between $400 and $600, I would say go with excuse me, depends on the type of knives you like, but Sabenzas, Chris Reeves knives if you can get them, Hinders if you can get them, the TRM Shadow, you can get the full titanium version, which is badass. What else? Spartan Harsey folders. Those are really good, but you have to like washer knives then. So it depends on what your style is. Otherwise, Riet does a really good job. They got some killer knives for around $300-400, $400 plus. Liang Ma Designs. But yeah, you can do a lot with that with $400 to $600. Yeah. You can even go to South African custom knife makers, man. There's a lot of South African custom knife makers that fucking knock it out of the park. I would highly recommend.
Isn't there some really good ones in
Arno Bernard? What?
Isn't there really some good I don't know if it's actually even $400, probably. But the man, why am I blanking on his name? Brian Nadeau.
No,
not the customs, but still the Sharp by Designs.
Yeah, you can get a Sharp by Designs from React.
Those are really good.
Yeah, but the last one.
But they're not. Are they $400? Secondary, they are for sure.
They're almost. They're around 400, but the last one was not that good. I mean, it's great. Yeah, it's a great knife.
You had some stuff.
It's just the clip placement.
Yeah, that clip.
It's just the clip. That's it.
The clip was wacky.
Bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fix mine though. I'm gonna sand it down.
Yeah.
I'm literally gonna have to modify. See, and that sucks, man.
Sand it? Why don't you just return it?
I'm gonna grind it.
Just return it.
I got 2 of them.
Well, maybe somebody else would want it. Maybe somebody else would like it.
I know. I'm trying to. I like the knife though.
I thought that was his last name.
After a video.
Isn't his name Mick Strider?
I thought. I don't
know. Is this real?
Yeah. No.
In what game?
I don't know.
He's just trying to talk about video games.
Yeah, he just wants to go in on video games.
I'll go there.
He's hoping this
I'll go there with you, brother.
He's thinking that'll lean towards game talk.
Okay.
I hope that Strix Best Tech production version has the acoustics of that custom. Go to Arrowhead. I'm just glad I got. Go scroll down so I can see this part.
Sorry.
I'm just glad I got about all the Benchmades I want before the prices increased.
Are they doing a big bump?
Yeah. Every company's going to go up a little bit, but
what do you expect? Somebody obviously went up for them. That's in the food industry happened earlier than like a lot of other industries with the inflation. And remember that onion farmer? He was talking about like he was like a farmer onion production guy that produces like 80% of the USA's onions that you buy come from like this source, right? And remember this? And he like had to this was way early in the inflation too, like before it was like really like confirmed in the GDP that we were inflated. But like he literally said that like his like sources or whatever were upping by like a huge number. It was like 40%. I know, and I'm just saying though, so he has to go up.
Yeah, well, of course, same thing with the knives, and I that's why I was talking about earlier. I understand they're going to have to increase the prices. Gas is increased, so that means in order for them to get their materials, the prices have gone up. The materials, in order to make the materials, has gone up. Everything's gone up, so they're paying more. So therefore, you have to pay more. I get that, but I do think there's still a line of which the bug out was already fucking overpriced.
Yes, that's the only thing that sucks is that, in my opinion, the Benchmades were just like a little bit like I always felt like the materials that I was getting for the money were like a little.
It's overpriced. And then raising it up another $30 fucking
for like FRN and so. What are you pointing at?
What's these comments? There's tons of them.
Sorry, I thought I was going your speed and being like 3 hours behind.
No, I've been very fast this whole time.
All right, sorry guys, I'm gonna skip down a little bit.
You're just skipping everybody.
You got a ding ding though. Let's get that ding.
Dukes of Hazzard with the 5 bones. Best beater job site knife I've put my rat through on unthinkable hell. Yeah, I would say the rat one is a great one for that. But I honestly think, and we did a poll on this the other day, the Praxis won it. So I would say the Civivi Praxis is going to be the best bet for a job site beater knife, aside from getting a Spyderco, a Mannix, a Benchmade, something like that. But for a budget knife, $40-$45 and under, I say the Praxis all day, every day.
Did you guys see on Blade HQ they have like a mini Praxis coming?
Yep.
I'm excited about that.
Yep, I'm excited about that one too.
That's such a good idea.
But the Benchmade Griptilian, man, that's a fucking hell of a work knife.
This version.
The sheep's foot version.
Yeah. I always forget that this isn't like the version because this is the only one besides one model that we have is all sheep's foot with the holes.
This new Ray Laconic Keen, man, is pretty badass. I kind of like the changes that they did. All titanium hardware, and they match the color. There's no logos on it except for Ray Laconico's signature on the spine. But yeah, I think they did a good job with this.
I also like this because I feel like with the flipper tab, sometimes like Ray Laconico's designs are all very similar and I love them a lot. I'm a huge Ray Laconico fan. But sometimes the flipper design he does, it's always the same. And I'm not probably going to be able to like get it clear at all.
Knives that are discontinued doesn't always make them worth more there. That's true. What
I was just gonna say, I can't get it clear. Well, you guys
just
get
back up.
The general consensus.
What are you trying to do?
Just show the shape of the flipper tab. He always does that exact flipper tab on most of his designs. And on a lot of his designs, it's super slippery. Like the Yorkie, my finger, like 80% of the time slips off.
I just love how neutral it is.
But this one isn't like that.
Backwards, forwards, down, it's all comfortable.
No, but I don't know what they did, if they just like barely switched the angle or it's not as polished, but I don't have like failure, like flicks.
It's the stonewash. The stonewash
makes
it more textured.
That's good, because
I heard they were discontinuing them too.
What, grips?
Yeah.
I thought I heard that too, like a while back.
Get the Ritter, not the grip. Yeah. The problem is I like the sheep's foot version of the Griptilian better than I like the Hogue Ritter's materials better, but the blade shape I like better on the Griptilian. Okay, so Tim White says 1095 might do good with fine edges, but the 1095 Crovan was horrendous. I have a Becker BK14 and it would lose the bite, literally cutting a dozen pieces of paracord. I haven't tried it, so I'll take your word for it.
I don't have a lot of experience with those steels. It seems like they use them on fixed blades more. No, Kyle, it's not banned. They brought it to court and then just it's hanging there.
1095 Crovan is supposed to hold an edge longer than 1095, but that just what he's talking about is with a fine edge. So I don't think he's arguing that it doesn't have better edge retention. He's arguing that with a polished edge, it doesn't. So it'll lose its bite. There's a difference between edge retention and bite. Remember, edge retention is your apex, right? It's your two edge bevels leading to an apex and how well your apex holds up over use. Bite is the teeth at the apex and how well it bites into materials when you're cutting. So when you polish some knives, you polish the teeth out and it doesn't have any more bite. Now it's just slick. So you might have a sharp edge where you can cut paper cleanly, but you can also take your fingers and run them back and forth on the edge and it not cut you because it doesn't have any bite.
It took me a long time to understand that a knife with no bite isn't necessarily dull, because that, you know how like sometimes I would bring knives back to you like kind of quick and be like, I need this sharpened again. I was feeling the lack of bite.
Yeah, and
so
I would just strap it. I would just strap it and you'd be fine. Why is that bad?
I was getting new edges.
Sometimes you would. It just depends on how fucking chipped up they'd be. Yeah. I'm guessing you are getting the new Civivi and Wii knives soon. Yes, we all know Kaiser has 15 new knives in the
15?
Yes. Well, I don't know. He's saying that they're on their way to me.
Oh.
Yes, they are.
Oh.
Agreed. A good cleaning, then you get it just to get the oil off and relube it. Yeah, also, I think sometimes from the machining of the factory, you know, it being in the factory, I think sometimes the machine dust can be inside the pivots and you know, on the washers and things like that, and it just accumulates and it makes it to where the action might not be as good as if you at home where there's no dust and metal fibers rolling around. You can clean it in a controlled way and then re-lubricate it. You wind up getting a lot better action. Whoa!
Ding ding!
Pico with the 20 bones.
Pico Bob.
Hey, Dr. J. I go by this now. What's up, dude? What's up, brother? Pico Bob in the house.
I love that one.
Bob.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Well,
oh my gosh, now he's gonna have to change his name again.
I'm in Pico Bob. What's up, Pico Bob?
You're gonna find
I like it, Pico.
Oh wow, everybody's saying hi. Hi.
When are your sharpening books going to open back up? So it might be another month or so, and when I do, I'm gonna open it up to just like 5 at a time, because like I have a lot of things going on behind the scenes. So, but I'm gonna open them back up for like specific people to, you know, like if they need 1 or 2 knives done. I'm not gonna take on anything like where I just have it open and people just send them in. But I'm gonna open them back up. I'm gonna take on some more jobs here pretty soon.
I think that like personally, this isn't like a thing yet, but personally, I think it's probably smart when we open the books to just do it publicly and accept 5 spots and first come first serve, because so many people have asked in the meantime that it wouldn't be fair to like you know, just take like the most recent requests because there's people from June.
Yeah, it'll have to be first come,
you
first
know.
serve. Tori says, my neighbor is our regional axe throwing champ. He's out in the yard practicing. He's an old dude, but he's badass. I made some throwing knives out of 5160 for my buddy. Yeah, I would review some throwing knives for sure.
You've got some verses up there. I want to hear them.
What does that mean?
Like Hinder, Sebenza, Hinder, or Liam.
Hinder or Sebenza.
Did you guys like team up on those comments, or is it a coincidence? That's funny.
I like the Hinders a little bit better.
I would go Hinder all the way.
Yeah, I like the Hinders a little bit better.
I don't like Sebenzas.
I like the Sebenza, so it's close for me.
No, Jared doesn't like Sebenzas either. He's just closeted about it.
No, I love the Sebenza. I love the Sebenzas. I do think that they're phenomenal knives, and there's just something different about them that I love. I love the tightness to them. It's different. It's not. I like it for a different reason. All right, but yeah, I'd probably pick the Hinder though, especially the skinny, the XM18 skinny. With the sheep's foot, yeah, I'd pick that.
I like my one.
If it's between the Insingo blade, then now it might be tough.
I don't like Sebenzas for there's just a few reasons, and it's not because you can't like flick them open. I mean, you can, but you know what I mean. I know it's not that type of knife, and I like knives with those types of action. I didn't vibe with it. I think it got overhyped for me, and then when I got it, I was a little disappointed, honestly.
Arnold Bernard El Mamba. Yes, that's what I was talking about. The Arnold Bernard El Mamba. So I have a video on it. Okay. If you watch my video on it, listen, I love the knife. It's a really good knife. Yes, I had a bad example because it was failing and it was dangerous. However, that's not the norm. So if you buy one, that's not the way it's going to be. So don't be scared about my video on the one I did a long time ago, mind you. But yeah, that's a badass knife. It's such a good knife. Yeah, good toughness and can hold the edge these need. And other than intended purposes, great name, by the way. If something is useful and looks good, it's tactical. Plug it. So good. South African to US dollars conversion is really nice right now. Yeah, that's another thing is that you can get your dollar goes farther in South Africa. So, and they do a really good job. You can always, South African knives, they look like South African knives. It's kind of like American knives look like American knives. South African knives look like South African knives, but they're good looking. They're damn good looking knives, and your dollar goes a lot farther over there. So you can step into custom realm, you know, with, you know, for our production prices.
So really quick, go back up.
Some.
Hit that real quick. Yeah, I just want to say something really quick. You guys should want things like that on the channel because
what are you talking about?
What like
let's talk about it right now. I want to talk
because
about this.
I'll say this and then you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why wouldn't, if you see something weird or like unique or different,
that works,
why wouldn't you want somebody that knows what they're talking about with sharpening, Jared, right, to test it? Right. Isn't that the point of like what we do is reviewing? I mean, you know, it's like that's the whole point.
The edges come out really good with those.
They do.
Anybody, right? Anybody can take that system and take their chef knife and get a hair whittling edge.
It's not for pocket knives. It's not for your pocket
It's not for
collection.
pocket knives, but for chef knives. You can take your chef knives and like, so anybody who like, you got to think, not everybody who has chef knives, who has a kitchen and cooks, knows how to sharpen.
Like my mom,
knives.
For instance, my mom could use that.
Yes.
And would get an edge. If you gave my mom a freehand stone or fixed angled system, she's gonna ruin her knives. And like, not everyone has the time to learn.
I'll be honest,
sharpening.
I'll probably use it
for quicks.
Yeah.
On the sharp chef knives for me.
Well, right, because I can literally just slap around, flip, I can be done. I can have from not cutting to a hair whittling, food prep, perfectly good edge, you know, cutting tomatoes nice and clean in 3 minutes.
Yeah, so I could use it. Like that's the nice thing about it is it's like
exactly
like I don't have to be like, Jared, can you fix my chef knife edge?
Anybody can use it. It's extremely easy. You get a great quality edge on it. Now, is it as good a quality as my professional edge? No, but it doesn't matter.
But I'm not good. Like,
let me
sorry.
Even if you used stones, you couldn't do that. Most people are not going to get as good a quality edge as I get on regular stones anyways. So if you use that system, yeah, of course it's not going to be as good, but it is damn good though, and it's going to make your edge sharp. For chef knives, people aren't looking for these crazy 1,000 zoomed in looking edges that look super clean. They're looking for a sharp fucking edge that's going to do their work, and you can easily get that. And it's not like it's using like a pull through system. It's using real stones, diamond and aluminum oxide, a ceramic, and then a good quality strap. The whole thing is great quality. It works really well, super easy to use, and anybody can use it and get great quality.
There's things that have their intended
stand by that. Yeah. I could do it right now. I could take any dull kitchen knife in here right now and sharpen it in 3 minutes and have it cutting cleanly through paper towel.
Yeah, I was cutting through paper towel like nothing.
Cleanly. And it was so fast.
Yeah. Everything has its purpose in the market, you know. Not everything has to be for
hey, Dr. J, you got a $20 ding ding and I got a 20-inch dick. Read the message.
This is because I keep saying ding ding. Did we hit the 20?
Yeah, we hit it.
Okay. Kara's number one. Hey, Alex.
What about 80/20s? I like the 80/20s. I got one right on the wall. Right
Our
there.
wall is a little lacking.
Yeah, I got them taken because they're right next to me.
I usually steal the Freeman randomly off the wall. I love that knife. That's like, I love that knife.
160 for plastic and S30V. No thanks. I will buy a CVV instead. Let's go, Brandon. Got a CVV Praxis based off your review. Good value. Fantastic value. No more reads.
Wait, if you hit a bullseye on your first throw, you should have just walked away and not taken another turn forever. Everyone think you'll do that every time, leave on a high note. I had that thought. I did hit another bullseye though, so it was good. That was it though.
What is a good starter knife to also learn to sharpen? The CVV Praxis, the CVV Elementum, especially the CVV Elementum. A lot of CVVs are really good because they have thin geometry and they have decent heat treats. So
what about Ganzo? How are their heat treats for learning how to sharpen and being able
well, they're
to
fine, but they're fine. But they're using mostly D2 and like 440C, but they're thicker. They're not thin geometry. What you're looking for is thin geometry and good sharpening tools. You want thin geometry, good sharpening tools, and that CVV. Use the CVV Elementum. That's going to be your best bet. CVV Elementum, CVV Praxis, CVV Backlash. Those knives are going to be your best bet.
Oh, it has a hollow grind, the mini Praxis. I didn't notice that.
Does it?
He said according to the specs, probably on Blade HQ right now. It says it.
Well, I'll double check that when I get it.
It could.
It might, but
that knife would do
that would be
well
awesome.
with a hollow grind.
Awesome.
They could easily do that.
I hope that's true. That'd be so badass.
Man, we must be far behind because the responses I'm seeing are to things we said a while ago.
I'm jumping up.
Ding, ding.
I'm catching up.
Got some dang dings.
Dukes of Hazzard with another 5 bones. I got 2 Praxises and gave one to my daughter because I hated the gold liners. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those either. Cheap. And bought the newer carbon/copper handles, and it's cheap feeling as fuck.
Really?
Fails. Definitely return it or get an exchange.
Yeah, if it's failing.
Yeah, mine, all the ones I've tried are super solid.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sucks. Jared, can we get
from the last stream
taste test?
Remember that?
We need a bigger Gail Bradley with the man. You know what's funny, Aaron? I literally said this like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I said what we need is literally the Gail Bradley with the Mannix ball lock. If we could get that with bearings and a good detent. Even if it was on washers, as long as it had a good detent, which the ball lock does, creates a good detent. So, man, that'd be like the ultimate knife for sure.
Ding,
Garland
ding.
with the 2 bones. Thank you, man.
Just some silent support. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, silent support. Love it. Spyderco used to make something in cast 440, I think, so it would have good bite in the field. You never know what weird manufacturing residues are on those Chinese.
Yeah, man, how are we so behind in comments? I don't get it.
I'd say, and
oh wow,
not talking shit, but the worst knives I've ever gotten came from the USA, from the factory, hands down.
Did you see how much our scroll bar rendered?
Pico Bob with another 5 bones. What?
Look, when you scrolled down, our scroll bar rendered went bloop, and it made a big space because
I know I'm gonna catch up.
We thought we were close, but we weren't.
Yes, I did mention the Buck 110 in my last video. Yeah, I mean it's iconic. What can you say? It's been around for so long. All right, I'm catching up, guys. I'm catching up.
We gotta
Pico
get the ding
Bob
dings.
with another. He's coming in hot. Pico Bob ain't fucking around.
He sounds like a cartel person or something.
I have Bob Hope's bandana around a catfish that hates me but loves gasoline for $10.
Me too, man. Me too. We all feel that.
Loves that gasoline for $10 a gallon. I loved your what edge on what steel video, Jared. I had been waiting for a video like that for a while. I know, and it's getting horrible views. So anybody who has not seen that video, go watch it. Make sure you drop a like, so other people can see.
I think we need to maybe change the title or something.
No, that was my most requested video, and it's like nobody's watching it. It's weird. Like, great, it has views, but like
maybe it's the thumbnail.
No, the thumbnail's great
because I made it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like a
it's
like
these guys. They're not
yeah,
clicking
it's
on
you
it.
guys.
It's you guys. Your guys' fault.
Because I swear, if I get like a whole barrage of what is good for this steel on Instagram, I'm just gonna start sending that video if no one wants to watch it.
I'm blaming the people that clicked on the video and didn't hit the like button right away. Jared, did you notice the wear lines on your El Mamba knife that indicate usually bad lockup or somebody messed with it? No, what happened was I'm not going to call anybody out or anything, but what happened was I had seen somebody that reviewed it right before me, and they checked the lockup, right? You know, like you see somebody. That's why I say don't ever put your fingers in the way and never trust somebody else's opinion on if it's locked up, because you don't know how strong they're doing it. But I watched them check for lockup. And so then when I got it, you know, I went to check for lockup and I was like this, and I barely went like that, and bam, it closed right on my finger.
Did you get cut?
It was like really close. I think I might have. I don't remember. But the point is, though, is it was close if I didn't. And it was because I trusted it. And that told me like 2 things I did wrong. One, I shouldn't have trusted the last person that got it. Which nothing against them or anything. I'm just saying
it hard enough.
Right.
Or they might have
whammed it open. Doing it way too hard. But the point is, though, is that my fingers are in the way. That's why I always tell you guys, don't check lockup like this. Get your damn fingers out of the way when you check it, because one day it's going to slip. And like that knife, it was such an easy slip. Like, I mean,
like right away.
Well, there was like, as soon as I went to put pressure, it closed. So
sometimes
like,
when you have a knife
that
fails a lot of the time, like I remember this when we got the Ace Biblio, that like depending on how you'd open the knife, like if you whammed it open, then like you could check the lockup and it would be fine. But then certain times when you would open it, if you slow rolled it, which there's no excuse, it should lock up every time, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But that also could be why, like if the way that they opened it and they didn't do it as hard, and then you did it and you opened it like a certain way and then did it harder, like you know, like there's
this, but that wasn't the problem though. This was slipping no matter what. It was the lock face geometry. The geometry was bad on the lock face.
What was it, like slanted or something too much?
Yeah, it was just too something. The lock face geometry didn't line up, and it was failing. So they fixed it though. Like the maker fixed it. Does Ganzo make their knives? Aren't there companies that resell rejects that they buy from OEMs? As far as I know, that Ganzo is their own company.
No, I think in the beginning they were doing stuff like that, like way long ago.
I mean, it could be San Remnu. Either way, though, like I've had a lot of them. They're all good quality. I have yet to have had a Ganzo that has been bad quality. Now you can talk shit and say, oh well, it's not heat treated the best. The $23 knife isn't heat treated the best. But the fit, the finish, the action, the tool, it's a good functional tool.
For somebody who
for $23, it's going to be about the best you can get.
Yeah, I would.
You're not going to be able to find, like, of course you could probably find a buck that has shitty fit and finish, shitty action, shitty all of that with a better heat treat. So, but to each their own, right? Hey Jared, checking in, just punched out of work, pretty random, just curious what state you're in. I'm in Illinois. The Advocate is nice. I rusted it quick though. Which one's the Advocate?
What steel is it?
No, I'm trying to think. The Advocate.
I don't know what knife that is.
Fuck. I know what knife it is. I just can't think of it right now. Fuck. The Spyderco Advocate, right?
Spyderco?
Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just gonna shut up. There are some Knife Center exclusive elementos and 20 CV and titanium left. I have a feeling that knife is being slept on. It is. The only problem is that the titanium version, the titanium 20 CV version with the fuller doesn't have a hollow grind. That's the only problem. They shit the bed on that. It still has good geometry. It's still 15 thousandths behind the edge. Good cutting geometry. It's amazing. But the original one has a nice deep hollow grind. So you really can't go wrong with either one. But if you want the 20 CV and the titanium, it's badass. I got it sitting right over there. I love it. I need to try and get lucky on your sharpening books. My Sherwood F3NS came from the factory with a terrible apex. Have barely used it at all. Kind of disappointing, but I know you could fix it up. Yeah, the only problem with the Shuros, there's two problems actually, not one, two. One, their plunge grinds are very close to their edge, so it makes it difficult to lower back the angle as far as you want. Two, they sharpen their angles high. They have high edge angles. I'm not going to say all of them, but most of the ones I've seen don't have a good edge angle. And they do that so that their edge is a little bit tougher, right? Because they don't want people complaining about chipping edges and stuff like that because they don't know how hard you're going to use it. And, they give you the ability to sharpen it whatever angle you want. But the problem is, though, is that since it comes with a high angle, you most likely want to lower back the angle. But when you lower back the angle, you have a great chance of hitting the plunge grind. So it makes it to where you almost want to just follow the edge angle they have. I've seen some where you can lower it back a little bit without hitting the plunge grind. But if you put it at a good angle that you want to, it's going to be close to the plunge grind. So, but sometimes you maybe cut in a sharpening toil or something, but yeah, definitely get on. Because you wouldn't want to trust everybody with that job. I know for sure. Make sure everyone share the link and watch the video on the steels and what edges. Thank you, Kyle.
Nice.
You're awesome, Kyle. Thank you, man. Maybe add finally to the title. Maybe. Oh, you mean because it took me so long to make the damn video, smart ass? 180 people are watching right now. 184 people and only 140 likes. Damn, shame.
There's like this eyeball on our screen that you guys can't see, and it says like how many people are watching, but it's a really intimidating eyeball, and it makes me feel uncomfortable.
It's always going up and down. Maurice is finished. Long live Pico Bob with the 5 bones. Thank you, Pico. Mr. Pico. Sabenza got me bad checking blade play.
Why? Because you trust them so much?
I
think he means like doing it the wrong way, like bad checking like this.
Oh, right, because it's always.
What if I just did that on the Freeman, like joking? You're just wham.
Right, but that's why you don't do that.
But I trust the Freeman.
No, you don't. You don't trust any knife. No knife. This one though. I'll tell you what. There's one knife I wouldn't mind you doing. What? That's triad lock. Other than that, don't trust them. Don't trust any lock. The triad lock is the one lock I would say yes. You could get away with doing it. Let me do it.
Could you imagine if I?
But now look at this now. But look at this though. You could also squeeze it though.
Yeah, something could go awry.
I doubt you could though, because I can't. So I don't think you could. But
there was one knife I kept doing that on recently. It wasn't. What was that? I can't remember what it was, but I kept doing that.
Yeah, definitely hit the link. Go leave me a comment. Hit the like button. Do the damn deal. Let's get that fucker out in the atmosphere. It's crazy that it didn't do good, man, because of all the people that wanted that video. And the last time I did that video, it did well. But for some reason, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it was the time of the day I posted it or.
You know what I think it is? If I really had to guess, I think that the people that make a lot of suggestions or like
no, it wasn't suggestions.
What? No, communicate with us a lot. You said it was your most requested video.
Yeah, like literally, like people begging me to make.
No, okay, right. But I think sometimes what happens is that a lot of the views on our videos come from outside the super tight knife sphere, and it bleeds out into like the kind of like knife sphere. And so I think that sometimes the people that sit here and request are really tight in the knife community, but they don't necessarily make up the majority of your viewers.
No, you don't understand. On my shorts that have gotten millions of views, I've gotten thousands of comments begging me to make that. Thousands.
It's not getting to them. Maybe you need to change the title.
That's my point. These fuckers won't hit the like button.
I don't think that's it.
Seems logical, says Nick Shabazz. Disassembly videos are akin to your steel knife edge videos. People will come back to it every time they go sharpen.
The slow burning video.
Maybe it is a slow burner.
Yeah.
Some of that slow burning action. Yannen's Edge evening to ya and the missus. Thank you, Darnell. I appreciate it, man.
Maybe he was saying hi to Yannen's Edge.
No, he's saying
I don't understand.
Evening to ya. Well, I'm gonna say hi back.
Yeah,
what's up?
hi.
What's up, Darnell? Dukes of Hazzard with another fucking 2 bones coming in.
My thought is that's the only good one.
Raining. Zero tolerances hinder a knife. I like the 0562. The 0562 is good. The one problem I have with it is the lock bar access. The lock bar's slippery. So it's a strong lock bar, and when you go to disengage it, it's slippery. That's my one problem with it. Other than that, I love the knife, but you can easily fix that. I would grind it.
ZT is so irrelevant right now that that's like the first like question I've even seen about a zero tolerance knife in a very long time.
So, JBL is asking, what whetstone grit can I get a mirror polish? So, okay, so the best way for mirror polish. The best way for mirror polish is going to be your progression. It's not going to be just because you used a stone. It's going to be your progression. So you're starting from a coarse, medium, fine, then going to a polishing stone. Now, anything over 2,000 grit technically is a polish. But with some whetstones, some Japanese style stones, their grit rating is different. Remember, Russian grit rating is an F rating. The American is a G rating, and Japanese is a J rating. So it's different. So you have to know the ratings. Like say a BENZ, right? Which would be considered somewhat of a whetstone. It's a diamond stone, no?
400 is 1200.
A resin bonded diamond stone. Well, it's like their 1200 is like 5,000 grit. So their 1200 is definitely
super polished.
Super polished. Right. So ceramic plates they usually start around 2,000 grit. So that's a good polishing stone. But for a whetstone specifically, it's going to depend on the brand, what country, and their rating. But anything over 2,000 grit, but some of them have a little bit of a cloudier finish. So like 2,000 grit isn't going to be a mirror yet. You're going to have to get to about 3,000, 3,500, 4,000 grit. Because I have seen some of the whetstones that even at 6,000 grit, they're not very polished because their scratch pattern's a little bit different. So like I said, it depends. There's a lot of factors there when it comes to the whetstones. But usually over 2,000 grit starts a polish. But with whetstones, though, it's going to depend on the company. I often find the out-of-the-box grime on folders to be nasty. A good basic cleaning fixes it. Facts. Absolutely. Even just hitting it up, like having like a spray bottle of alcohol, like that's what I have here, and you just spraying it down really good and running a Q-tip around it really quick, or a rag. I like taking a rag and running it in and out of it can do a lot. Then re-oiling. Yes.
Can I show them my son?
Your what?
My son.
The fuck is that?
My child.
Oh no.
Please. Look, guys, this is Kebab. He's my child. Baby, make it clear. Look at him eating a noodle. Look at that. He's my baby. I
can't hear it.
Well, there's not.
There's sound.
I mean, well, yeah. You guys want to hear him smack? He's very smacky. His name's Kebab. I'm starting to think he might be a she because his stomach drags on the ground. I never considered that it could be because of the pouch. You know, the
female.
kangaroo pouch.
It's probably a female.
Kebab. Sometimes I call him Kebab because he's fat.
Richard is asking, is there a way to change the scales on a Spyderco with lightweight with FRN? Not if it doesn't have the screws. Like a lot of them are pinned. So if they're pinned, then no, you can't. Now, unless if you drill them out and then get hardware. So it's a lot to do it. It's better just.
Why do they do that?
Because they're not made to.
Just cause.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it.
It's life.
Pin construction has been around for a long time. When Jared's books are closed, hit up Mike Emler. Yeah, hit up Mike Emler. Also, you can hit up Blades and Fades too.
Oh, I thought they were both really busy too. No.
If they are, hit up Lacey. Lacey sharpens too. Jared, love your sharpening videos, and I did watch the edge angle on Steele's video. Great stuff. You helped me learn how to freehand leather strap. Thank you. Man, that's awesome, Rob. Thank you, man. I appreciate that comment. I love it when people get.
You should join our Sunday member videos.
Yeah, join the Bang Gang squad.
Yeah,
we do live sharpenings twice a month.
It's very in depth, like we have a giveaway. Sharpening info.
Yeah, we do it live, and I do it with you. Duty's daggers with the 2 bones. Thank you, brother.
How many subscribers is he at now? Folks? Let's see, because we shouted him out a little while ago.
Go and check his channel out. He's creeping up there. He's coming for our throat.
I definitely like the logo.
He's coming for us. Maurice's daddy just went home.
Let's see,
just bought the Kershaw Blur last night.
$5.98.
I liked it enough to cut my pinky 2 hours after buying it. You own it now. You own it now, Aaron. It's yours.
598 subscribers. That's what he's at. 598.
Man, get him up to 600. Just 2 of you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Jump over there right now. You can get him up to 600 right now. Giveaway. Yes, we have the giveaway to the patrons going on right now, and then we have a giveaway coming up. Not because tomorrow we don't have a Bang Gang Live, but next Sunday we have a Bang Gang Live, and then that will be a giveaway.
I like the Bang Gang Lives.
I do too. What's up, Ricky? Hit that mother freaking like button, peeps. Thank you.
Mother freaking.
Yes. Mother freaking. Dukes of Hazzard coming in, raining. You are definitely an influencer, 100%. My banks. Thank you, man. Thank you for the 2 pounds. I gotta go to the bathroom and tangle with the Bismarck.
What?
Be back
What is that? What is that?
Sounds like something my dad would say, because he'd call all guys ladies and girls. All right, ladies. Giveaway.
There's always those guys that are like that always do that.
Sounds like Haxer Dave.
Man, you're really behind again, sweetheart.
All right, I'm catching.
Oh, you got a ding ding.
Oh, we got a 149.
I can't see what it is.
Thank you, man.
We got to switch to that other software where we can actually see.
By the way, guys, we are going to be switching up to a new software so it's going to be a little bit different, but we think it's going to be for the better. It'll make it easier for us to do reactions and watch videos, and we have some other content we're going to make, and I have another channel I'm going to start.
Yeah.
So it's going to make it possible for me to start this new channel.
I literally messed with it the other day and got it to where like I full on had my face up in the corner and a game on the screen, and I think it made Jared shudder a little bit in his heart that I figured out how to stream a game, because now that I figured out how to do that.
I don't like that. Toothiest edges I have is a real steel metamorph that Jared sharpened, and it's bitey as fuck. Hell yeah, John. Hell yeah. Yeah, those I did the same thing on my metamorph, man. My metamorph, man, it took such a nasty sharp edge. Quick question, since I've never gotten a knife sharpened by you, would I get to your books through Instagram? Usually through Instagram or through email. Yeah, through email or Instagram.
But they're closed.
Right now. But you know, when they do open up, that's the way you're gonna want to do it. I'll most likely do like a post.
I'll have to figure out a way to make it fair.
Yeah.
So that
I'll have to have like a time. I'll have to have like a time, like Saturday at 2:00. My books are open. First 20 people to contact me will get in.
Yeah. I just have to find one avenue for them to contact, because if it's Instagram and email, it's gonna be hard to keep them in order.
I was just saying, it really doesn't matter. I won't win. I'll miss it like always. My internet is trash. Well, you never know, because usually like when we do giveaways, I guess.
Wait, Kebab comments.
Why should we do a giveaway? Should we give something
Yeah,
away?
I want to see the kebab comments.
176 people. Let's give
You're
something
going
away.
so far.
I'm sorry. Why?
Kebab.
Oh, here, you read the kebabs. I'm gonna grab something to give away.
That's what we're gonna start calling the comments too. The kebabs.
Give away something.
Let's see. Kebab is a magnificent marsupial. The only marsupial in the United States. That possum likes your cooking. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go get him some dog food though, because it's not really helpful. He is not a rat. Thank you, Q1 Fiend. They are cute. Yes, this is the new channel mascot since Douglas met his demise. So Kebab is the new mascot. And I just got my fur bearing permit, so I can legally capture and keep him if I wanted to, but I don't think
capture and keep him. That just sounds horrible.
I could though. I'm not going to, but I want the permit just in case I were to see that he gets injured on my camera, or if I'm out there with him. Like, because sometimes you see that on the wildlife cameras where you see an injured animal or something and you try to help it if it's really bad. So I want to make sure that in Illinois that I can legally do that, because it's not just legal to have a possum. Kara, find a video game that has knives like Elden Cough Ring. That's funny because that was the game that I was pretending to stream on the new software. Man, I know that game in and out. I almost am to the point of being sick of it, but not really. Okay, Jared. Okay, I gotta ding it. Ding ding. Dukes of Hazzard, thanks for the 5 bones. Okay, Jared and Kara, you got a $200 to $300 budget. What is your purchase?
What? $200 to $300 budget?
Yeah, $200 to $300 budget.
Probably that new Mannix in 15V that's coming.
I want honestly,
this is so hard to get to. Oh, I found it.
If it wasn't my money, like if somebody just handed it to me, I know this sounds like super, super, super boring, but I would probably honestly get a titanium mini sheepdog, because we have every other sheepdog that exists. That is one of my favorite knives. It always has been. If you've been from this channel from the start, you know how much I love that knife. And I've always wanted a titanium one, that kind of purplish one. And it's just like crazy.
You guys over here.
It's crazy that I've never gotten one. Ooh. Like, Ian, you sent a dang super chat. Where? Let me see.
Dango.
Oh, yeah, you did. Ian, thank you for the 5 bones. Ding ding. I got a ding ding, and it says ding ding. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna skip forward here because we are super behind.
I'm almost done.
Super duper. I'm sorry that I have to skip. Kara, as long as it's not native to the USA, it's all fair game to make it as your pet. Well, so opossums, the Virginia opossum is native to the USA. It is. So it that's why I can't have it without the permit. So possums, raccoons, fox. Well, actually, foxes, oddly enough, are legal in Illinois. It's really weird. Like the fennec fox, regular fox, you have to have the permit I have. So I can actually have a fox now too. It's pretty cool. Wait, Kara, you play Elden Ring? That's my favorite game, and I just started my 3rd playthrough of it. Yeah, I have 500 hours into it. It is such a good game. If you're on Steam, NEEVESKNIVES, hit me up.
Can
you hit the ding ding again? Pico Bob, I love eating cats. Well, good thing.
Pico Bob, the kitty cat eater.
You know what? I'm gonna send Kebab to come bite you, Pico Bob. He'll do it.
He's not talking about that kind of cat, baby.
It's my cat. It's my pet cat. That's what I have to say to people if they see it.
He's not talking about pet cats, baby.
Yes, he is. Baby, I know.
All right, I got you guys. This is what we're going to give away.
Look how sweet this comment is, baby. Read that. Look. That's so nice.
Where?
Right here.
Kara, if I ever get married, I would want her to be somewhat like you.
That's so nice. Thank you so much.
I got a badass knife for you guys. The carbon fiber titanium version of the Concept Hazakura. Amazing front flipper. Japanese style straight back Tonto style blade. Not a real authentic Tonto, but it's a straight back. Fantastic action. Very, very snappy front flipper. Like I said, the titanium clip works great. Very lightweight, very smooth, very neutral. And as always, if you already have the knife that we give away, we always offer you to pick something else. Just so you guys know, anytime you guys ever win anything on this channel, if you already have the thing that you won, you have the option to swap it for something else.
Okay. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to say the thing.
Okay, are we doing the damn giveaway?
Yeah, we are. We're doing the giveaway. We're going to come up with a way or a thing for you guys to say or guess or whatever. But we're going to just preface it, as we always do, that
I never did story time. I never did favorites of the day. It looks like we're fucked.
Are you on live? Okay, you're on this thing, so it's automatically live chat. But I'm going to do it on here where it's for sure legit on YouTube.
Okay, while you're doing that, fragrance of the day is Mercedes-Benz Select. It is a clone of Creed Avantis, basically. Come on, you shithead. Mercedes-Benz Select. It's linked in the top of the description. It's really affordable. It's only like $40-something, but it smells just like Creed Avantis. It is basically a clone. Creed Avantis is like $350 though. It's a very citrusy, green. Some say it's fresh, and like when you look at the note breakdown, it says fruity. I don't get fruitiness unless if you're counting the pineapple, but the pineapple, it's like it's the green pineapple type, not like fake pineapple, like real pineapple. Sandalwood, you're gonna get lots of sandalwood, citrus, woody, green, and musky smell. What do you think, baby? Here, let me just give myself a little top of it. I'm gonna let you smell it. Give me an honest. So the notes are ambroxan, apple, bergamot, black currant, and peppermint. I don't smell any peppermint, but
I do. Way in the back. Actually, yeah, no, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't smell any peppermint at all.
But it's not forward. This is a really, really good summer smell to me. Like I feel like on a cruise you would wear this or something like that. Like
it's definitely a good masculine scent. Like
if you could bottle up like summer for a man,
a female couldn't wear this.
That would be that.
You say that again?
If you could bottle up summer smell, like a guy going on a cruise, that would be that.
Okay.
That's what I smell. You got to ding.
Why cruise though? I'm curious.
Just because I'm thinking like tropical. It just has
tropical with this.
I do. Yeah.
Why? Because of the citrus, or because it's got
the pineapple.
It's a very woody.
You said pineapple smell. Too, and it's like
yeah, pineapple, but not pineapple from like.
But the woody earthy to me just smells like the man part, and then the pineapple part smells kind of like the summery part.
I'm not talking about pineapple like the pineapple you eat. Pineapple plant, which is different. Remember, like what you're thinking of is like a drink with coconuts and pineapple.
Yeah, I'm
talking about you have the plant and you sniff the plant.
Yeah. Plants smell summery to me. I don't know.
Okay. Hey, whatever you think. I'm just curious where you got that from. So to me, it's a citrusy, earthy, woody, sandalwoody. It does have some ambroxan in it.
I think
it's good though.
I think there's a ding ding prior there.
I'll tell you what, man.
No, don't do that one.
I would way recommend this over Creed Avantis because $350 is crazy to spend on a fragrance, especially when this smells damn near identical. Like between this and that Club Nuit, they both smell just like it.
Did you do this one?
I'm trying to do it right now.
No, you did his first.
We're the one with the
boink.
Thank you, man.
Boink.
Boink. Josh Branson with the 5 bones. Just showing some love, brother. Love and good vibes to you and your better half. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I want to make sure we didn't miss another one.
You guys ready to win some shit? You guys ready to win the Hazakura?
No, we're not because we have another ding ding. We're not ready. Ding ding.
Damn, focus.
Ding ding ding.
No, okay. Yeah, focus. Hazakura. Another boink.
You must have strong.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the other boink. And then we have a 10 bones from Dukes of Hazzard. You must have strong
fingers,
Kara approved, but you manipulated a knife like no other. Hashtag finger strong. I'm trying. Thank you guys for the donations, man. I appreciate it. And Papa Towns is a new member.
Yeah, I was reading your most recent comment, Papa Towns. I didn't understand. What is Kino? All I can think of is Kino der Toten from Call of Duty.
Keanu?
Kino.
There's
he said something.
Keanu's
K-I-N-O. Kino.
Oh, I don't know. Pico Bob with the 5 balls. I like to go down on the ladies.
Oh my god. I liked it better when you were referencing animals.
True Religion Drifter is the best cologne out there. I haven't tried that one. Sounds like I need to try it. The best, I have like a top 10. I wouldn't say I have a lot of bests. I think there's certain ones that are like the best fragrance, but then there's the best oils, like the best cologne, which is 2 different things. Like I know people can't fathom that, but it's like the difference between like a knife having the best action and being the best knife, right? Like there's fragrances that are like the best smell, but they might not last very long. Their oils aren't really good quality, things like that. But yeah, I have quite a few. And speaking of Mercedes-Benz, the best Mercedes-Benz fragrance by far, in my opinion, is this one. Oh. All right, never mind.
I'm trying.
You're too slow. Is Mercedes-Benz The Move, like I just told Carrier to do. The Move. This stuff is so good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm just gonna spray it like Kara. Take a little whiff.
Why? Okay.
Because it's that good. It's that good.
Hey Chris.
Hold on.
Okay.
Die down a little bit.
I like that.
And you already smell it, right?
That smells even more like a cruise.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's sweet. Ooh, it's so fresh. This fucker's
that's
good, though,
for
right?
That's even more so what I was just saying. Like that.
Yes. This falls under everything you said before.
Yeah.
This is really good.
The other one is like a more manly version of this one. Yes. Like if you want summer with man, go with the other one. If you just want straight summer vibes, vibing.
This one's definitely more attention getting because it's sweeter, it's fresher, it's more playful. This is more serious, more masculine. What do you mean?
You sound like a perfume commercial.
You know that doesn't make sense.
More
to you?
playful.
You don't understand?
I get it.
You don't get it.
It was just funny coming out
of your mouth.
I know
you get it.
When I met you, I never pictured you talking about a cologne and saying it's.
But
playful.
It is though. It is because it's sweeter and it's more inviting.
Oh
right?
my god.
More inviting.
Yeah. No, you're not. I'm not laughing.
Then what the fuck are you talking
I'm laughing just because it just sounded funny coming out of you. Yeah. It did.
I know, I'm not definitely the guy, but this one's definitely more like more masculine, I guess you could say. They're both a men's fragrance though, so it's not like it's if you wear the one you're less masculine because you're wearing this. I wear this shit all the time. It's fucking fire because you're gonna smell good.
Sid knows
it's an easy buy. It's an easy one. Like you can't really buy it and it be bad. That's my favorite one so far, but I haven't tried them all. I've only tried 3 Mercedes fragrances. So
yeah, Kino means theater in German. Kino der Toten is the theater map in.
Am I supposed to know that?
You know what Kino der Toten is? We used to play that map all the time on zombies. Remember the one with the theater? Remember the one with the theater? No. Yes, you do. We played zombies on it all the time.
Good. See, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah. And Sid, we're switching to Streamlabs, probably. I'm trying to figure it out. It's much easier to put graphics on the screen on there. Like this has basically nothing compared to Streamlabs. This is very bare bones. Anyway.
What are you talking about?
He asked which one, if we were doing Streamlabs or Stream Elements for the program we're switching to. I said Streamlabs. Keanu Neeves.
Here in Vegas. What's up, Chris? Shout out to Q-Ball.
Nice.
Here in Vegas, celebrating 1 year anniversary of a friend's passing Monday would have been his 55th birthday. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks, man. I'm permitted to say that since I'm in the next place north. I've lived there, and yes, there is a lot of hood in.
It was so
Kino,
weird when it was all over the news. Remember when it was all over the news?
That's where the
I know
Rittenhouse thing happened.
And it was funny too because it honestly, like, I feel like they were painting it like it was kind of like a nice place, and it wasn't.
No, they weren't.
Were they?
They were not painting like it. No, they were fucking trying to. I don't know what they were trying to paint it as, but everything they said, the whole, like, listen, I've lived there, grown up there my whole life.
Not accurate.
I know, like, exactly where that shootout happened. I know that place very, very well where that happened. Like seriously. And everything they said about it, everything that happened during that whole thing was all bullshit. Everything they said, like obviously what happened. I'm not saying that that's
not
bullshit.
that part, but
I'm
just
saying
like everything around it with
like
the whole
the
thing.
rioting there was all unjustified. It's a very like, if you know anything about the area, it is a very diverse area. It's all mixed. It's all mixed. Like it's literally, there is no such thing as one color there. Like it's mixed throughout. You grow up in schools from a childhood with every color, creed, everything. And so like it didn't make sense for them to go and protest there. Like, what are you doing
and
here?
It's very much, there's a lot of family owned businesses there. Like when you go to like the downtown areas, a lot of the things there's more like individual owned things than there are like chains. There's like, I mean, obviously there's chain restaurants and stuff around there, but a lot of like the main strips have like, there's like a vacuum store that's family owned. There's like all these things that like, there's more individual.
Everything's family owned. Everything is like, and like some of the places that got burnt down, I know those places. Like I've been going to those places since I was a kid, and it's just super weird. Like everything that happened.
It was so weird.
The whole situation. And I understood why he went there to do what he did. I to me, that's awesome, man. I stand up for that shit, and I'm glad that he was found innocent.
You got a ding ding.
I see that. I play piano, guitar. I DJ. Got the finger straight.
I also play piano.
Adios, Bree says. Jared, have you ever reviewed the Kaiser?
We both saw that comment. That was funny.
I don't think so. I can't think of the inversion. Are we gonna give this fucking thing away or what?
Well, you're just doing a lot of talking.
Jared, how many knives do you have? Probably about 400. I have been in the meat department at work for 30 years, but have never cut myself more than in the last 10 months when I started collecting knives as a hobby. Yeah, it happens.
I knew someone who cut themselves on a meat deli slicer. It was really bad.
Awesome. Streamlabs and Stream Elements are great. Both simplified versions of OBS, and OBS is the best software since it's open source. The Kenosha Kid, he was on Gun Meme Review of the other day. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, fuck around and find out. I guess that's basically happens. I mean, I think what he was doing was good. I think the whole reason why he went there and everything he was doing there was awesome. And what wound up happening sucks. What happened to him, and good thing he was able to handle it the way he did.
James, if anyone was wondering, I'm still here.
But yeah. Anyways. Let's give this thing away. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna
guess. I don't want to do numbers. I don't like that. I like when we do a thing.
We're doing numbers.
No. Okay, and really quick, so we're gonna pick a thing that you guys are gonna guess, but I'm gonna say it as I always do. Please take it seriously. When you guys when you guys guess on your screen, it tends to prioritize your own comments differently. We have a screen with the exact times on it. So whatever order it is on this screen is what we're going with, for better or worse. If it looks like on your screen that you came before somebody, we're going with the times because we have them literally right here, and that's what we're going with. And that's the end of it, okay? So
what are we going to make them guess?
Let's have them guess. It's got to be something fair. I don't want to pick a subject matter that some people would know more than others.
No. My screen is right. Fuck this. It's rigged. Fucking rigged. It's 42. All right. Pacific Rim wins the.
I don't know what to have them guess.
All right. So why don't we have them guess how many years apart we are? That's a number.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Click on the thing. Assholes. Click on the thing. They'll post a comment.
What?
Post a down there. Post a comment. Okay. All right. When I put start in the chat, that's what I'm counting for. So everyone that's guessed right now, doesn't matter.
It will not count unless if it's after we say start in the chat, and we're gonna say start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you, Chris, for the ding ding.
Chris Judy, thank you for the 5 bones, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, it's already on there, so just stop. Baby, post a comment. Post a comment. Post a comment. Click post a comment.
What?
Click post a comment so I can type stop.
Oh, we got the winner.
All right, everyone stop. Let me go find who it is now.
I already got it. It's Cameron.
You're positive.
Look, start 8. Start 8.
I thought it was 7.
It's 8.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. Okay, Cameron Mullins.
Cameron, you won the Hazakura from Concept. The Concept Hazakura. Just send us your address through email or on Instagram.
I would really prefer email. NEEVESKNIVES@gmail.com. Sometimes when you guys send things on Instagram, it really gets lost in there. So NEEVESKNIVES@gmail.com is always the best way.
NEEVESKNIVES@gmail.com. You can find everything always linked down at the bottom of the description. I don't know. It's at the bottom of the description in this video too, just so you know.
That was a really good guess. That means he's calling you old. If he guessed 8 years right off the rip. You know what I mean?
Or he's calling you young.
But that's not a bad thing, though.
I know. So why do I have to be old?
Because I'm young.
But that doesn't make me old.
It doesn't make you old. It makes you older.
It just makes you younger. Right?
It makes you older.
You are getting kind of old.
I'm still in my 20s.
23 years.
23 years. Oh, my God.
Man, I'd be really
rigged as fuck.
I am old, so it is good. Reputable online. Yeah, I am 36, so going on 37. Getting old. What was the knife? The knife was the Concept Hazakura from Flipper. I showed it just a minute ago, but the Hazakura, the carbon fiber version. So this one's the carbon fiber titanium and 154 version. All right, guys. Well, I guess that does it. Make sure you contact us so that we can get this shipped out to you. And for all the patron members, watch for the giveaway. It's going to be pulled here pretty soon, giving away lots of stuff on that. So make sure if you are a patron and you haven't entered yet, make sure you get over there and enter. I know sometimes it takes a few days for people to see the video and everything, because sometimes people, they work for a few days in a row and then they catch up on videos. But if you're a patron and you haven't noticed, you have a giveaway that you have to enter right now. So make sure you go and enter that before we pull the winners. Shout out to Eggs and Ham. What's up, brother?
How long have we been together? Somebody asked. 8 years?
No.
We've been married for 6, and we were together for like a year and a half prior to that. So yeah, almost 8.
No, it's been since I was 30. So 6 years total.
6? Oh yeah.
6.5. Because I've been on probation since I was 32, and I got on probation like right around that same time. So yeah, it's right around 30. I was 30.
What is this year? 2022?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we met when I was 22. So that long.
All right, guys. So thank you to everybody who donated tonight. I do appreciate it so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you guys don't mind, if you guys haven't seen that steel video, please go watch it. Please hit the like button over there too. Leave me a comment as well. I greatly appreciate it. I'm trying really hard to do really good videos and get people to watch them and see how much work I'm putting into it. And I know it doesn't look like it with a video like that, but I put a lot of work in that video. It's a long video. I had to do all the B-roll edits of all the steels and all that stuff. Doesn't matter. But
you're very salty about this.
I'm salty as nobody's fucking seen it, man. It pisses me off. 34% lower than normal. Like, it's not even that it did average.
They were like, I don't like this video.
I hate this fucking video, everybody said. Anyways, thank you, Mark. I said you're pretty.
Oh, thank you.
So, anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you guys for, enjoying our humor and our bullshittery. We love you guys. Shout out to all the patron members. Shout out to the Bang Gang squad. And peace.
Bye.
Thank you, Jim Q. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Just as awkward sounds.
Hey, thanks, Jim.
We're going.
See, get in there with them comments, man. Love you guys. Peace.